I'm Donna Taylor with Living in Central Mississippi. In this video today, I'm going to try to help you decide whether or not moving to Mississippi is a good idea for you. Specifically, I've got the top 5 things that you need to know before you move to Mississippi that you might not have thought about before today. We've helped many people just like you call the Magnolia State home, and we've even asked a few of them this week as I was culminating the video idea today if they had any things that they want to share. So I'm going to take a few of their ideas as well as a few of my own. As a native Mississippian that's lived here for most of my life, there are definitely lots of things I took for granted when my husband and I were first married and looking for a new place to call home, when in 2011 we moved to Denver, Colorado. That brings me actually to the first thing on my list, which is church on Sunday. As you probably know, Mississippi is in the Bible Belt. And on Sunday, most people here go to church. And as a matter of fact, a lot of people are surprised to learn that a lot of our restaurants and smaller stores are closed on Sundays. It's not, the city's not completely shut down. I mean, you can still go to the grocery store and the major retailers are still open, but lots of smaller boutiques and restaurants are closed. And people just respect your time for church. I'll never forget my first summer in Denver, the schedule for my tennis team that I had just joined was released for the season. And when I saw it, I realized every single match was scheduled on Sunday morning. I was appalled, but apparently I was the only person on the team appalled by this. It never occurred to anyone else that Sunday morning is for church. I think that's actually the moment that I knew that when and if we ever have children, we would be moving back to the South, which we did, of course, 3 years later, but that's another story for another day. And that brings me to number 2 that you need to know is about our weather. Yes, it's hot. Yes, it's humid, but we do get a lot of rain here. And it's not the gloomy type of rain like you might think about in the Pacific Northwest, but we do get a good bit. According to Google, our average rainfall in central Mississippi is 54 inches a year, where the U.S. average is only 38 inches. But that rain is another thing I took for granted when I lived away from here. I never realized how much cleaner everything is when it has the chance to get rinsed off regularly. Like take the sidewalks, for example. I noticed one day when I was walking to work in Denver, the sidewalks always seemed kind of dusty. But it's because it almost never rains there. It's also the reason that all of our trees and everything here are so green. And they stay green most of the year with ease because our plants and trees thrive with all the rain. We almost never get snow here. So if you're moving here from a cold climate, go ahead and get rid of those heavy coats. You won't need them. And get rid of all your snow removal equipment while you're at it. We only get about 2 inches every few years. But the city shuts down for the day so that everyone can enjoy the snow. It'll melt away on day 2 and it's back to work and school. We do have 4 seasons here, but winter is definitely the shortest. Typically, it only lasts a few weeks in January to February. So if you hate the cold weather, you'll love that aspect of Mississippi. Number 3 on our list is our culture. It's true that people in the South are friendly, but especially here in Mississippi. In fact, did you know that Mississippi is known as the hospitality state? The people here are known to be the friendliest in the country. So don't be freaked out when you see a total stranger say hello or wave to you. Don't worry, they don't want anything from you. It's just what we do here. And we say y'all a lot. It might sound strange at first, but it's actually the first word people that are new here pick up. It's fun to say. But Mississippians love some football, especially college football. So be careful when speaking casually about football around here. You're likely to see the non-hospitable side of a native Mississippian flare up. Most Mississippians are very, very loyal to one of our universities here. So just a heads up on that. But like anywhere, I'm sure you can find mean people here if you want to. But if you're looking for a conservative state to move where you can make some friends, you can definitely find them here. Another thing on my list that you need to know about living here is the cost of living is much lower than most of the rest of the country. Mississippi housing is less expensive than just about anywhere else in the nation, and a lot of buyers we work with are surprised to see the quality of construction here too, not just the price. The average home in Madison, Mississippi, which is one of the more affluent suburbs in Jackson, is currently $420,000, which will get you around 2,500 square feet, newer brick construction with 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms on a half-acre lot in a nice neighborhood with A+ rated public schools. Another thing you need to know is that it's hard to find rentals in Madison, and that's because 95% of our residents in our town of 28,000 people own their home. There are no apartment complexes and likely will never be. Or if you do need a rental, you can take a look at Brandon, Mississippi, which is another city in central Mississippi where you can find even more bang for your buck, where the average home price is currently $320,000, still A+ rated schools and lots of shopping and dining options. And in case you haven't seen it, check out our video all about Brandon, where we take a deep dive into living there. So what's the number one thing? I think it's probably the most important thing you should know before moving here is that we have a slower pace of life compared to probably almost every other state. So if you're looking for a place that has lots of traffic and hustle and bustle, Mississippi is probably not a good fit for you. Our entire state only has about 2.5 million people spread out over a fairly large landmass, making us a very rural state. In fact, if you wanted to find a place to live on 20 or more acres outside and away from our city where you can live cheaply, we can probably make that happen too. We don't have any professional sports teams here. We don't have the population for that. We don't have a big nightlife here, don't have the population for that either. So if you're looking for a place to slow down, enjoy the outdoors, our many lakes, golf courses, and trails, then you will love living here. And whether you're thinking of moving here next week or a year from now, please reach out and let's connect. You can find our contact info below. Or if you just want to browse active listings in our MLS, be sure to check out our website at taylorgroupms.com. It has all of the local MLS listings and it's updated every 10 minutes. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks and see you on the next video.